he can wear that suit or any suit and still get more dates than just about anyone.
Yeah. Well, he's Superman. Yeah.
He probably should be like a fashion icon.
Yeah.
And it bothers me that he's not.
You stay up at night thinking about it.
Yeah, guy cried. And so I'm going to make a plea right now. Cavill, come to LGFG Fashion House. We will take care of you. Your collars will be the pointiest. Your pant length will be appropriate. If you're a one-finger guy on your sleeve, that's what you should get.
You can make it happen. Style Deconstruction with Rivo and Dimi.
Smash and fashion.
Here we go. Who are we reviewing today?
Smash and fashion.
Judging suits. Ooh la la.
Oh,
so I think this guy actually took advice from our favorite commentator on Instagram.
The pants look terrific. They are very wide, like potato sacks.
Correct. Very proportionate. 2/3 of the shoe is covered.
Well, how about I ask you for real? Like, do you like that look?
I personally don't like that look, but I think it's a very American look.
No.
No?
No.
You think this is beyond American?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is getting into the what are you hiding in there look. This is like when you go to the movie theater and you bring your own bag of rice. And there's a lot more when you cook it, you know?
Yeah. I think he was trying to sneak something into the event or something. Why is it so...
I think that might be 3 midgets pretending to be Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
One on each leg, and then he's just sitting on their shoulders, you know?
So this is, yeah. Did Eddie Hall borrowed his suits or something?
I like the jacket. I mean, it's wider than what you would consider, you know, stylish, but that's not the point. By today's standards, not the point, obviously.
Yeah.
I have some issues with the pants, however.
You have issues with the pants. I would still say the jacket is a bit like he can make it look a lot better. Fabric looks great though overall. Cool look with the. Do you enjoy the dark shirt with this?
I don't know about the tie in the pocket square being the same fabric. That's always a concern.
I think he missed with that one.
But you know what? He can wear that suit or any suit and still get more dates than just about anyone.
Yeah. Well, he's Superman.
That's
right?
actually like a very like fun way to dress. He's like, look, I'm Superman. I can wear anything I want.
Yeah.
I'll still take your girl, you know?
Yeah. Even while wearing this.
Yeah. So what are we scoring this? I actually used to have a suit and I think the exact same fabric, like literally just like
really?
that. Yeah, I have a picture somewhere. I'll find it for you.
I have a comparison of another double-breasted suit.
Mm-hmm.
A more recent one.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out.
Sure. I like that look a lot.
All right. This time he went with
But
a
now his
pinstripe.
pants are too long. You see at the bottom there?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder, you know, he can obviously get any suits he wants. And by the way, shout out to him for his love of Bentleys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he drives a Bentley.
Wow.
So we have that bond, me and him, in that we're both Supermen.
Yeah. And
yeah, but anyways, so there's a couple things. So the first thing is that the pants are too long, and that's objectively true. And I know somebody in the comments is going to be like, you guys don't. It's like, okay, comment, guy. But the pants are too long. And
they're right, you know, in the comments. They're always right.
Yeah, and then the shoulder point to point is narrow. It looks fine, but then you see how it pulls on the sleeve?
Yeah.
So we need to... and there's a bit of a break in the lapel. So I like this more. It's a little more tailored, but, you know, it's not a custom bespoke suit.
Yeah. Yeah, the lapels are... Seems it's a little tight. Something somewhere.
Well, the lapels are breaking, so
Yeah.
you have just it's just not the right slope. But you know,
Then
he's
now
still,
when comparing, then I kind of like the other suit even better. If he would have the slightly slimmer, that definitely, and this one slightly wider, it would be like perfect.
But again, you know, he's Superman.
Yeah.
That's not even what he normally wears. You know, he's a Superman kind of guy.
He likes more like capes and stuff.
I'm interested. Zoom in on the chick in the back on the left there in the red dress.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
I think that look says it all, right?
You look at her. Well, I think we're all thinking the same thing. She's past her prime. That's what we're thinking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, why is she even there?
Right?
Hopeless.
There's also a guy behind them. Not look right in the pen.
If you guys go back to the checkered suit
Yeah.
and you take a look at the sleeve length.
Yeah, it's
and
too
the
short.
Pants length.
Yeah.
Are the pants still too long? And the sleeve definitely looks short, right?
I can't tell if the pants are too long on this one because the cuff is so wide. That's like a 24-inch cuff. It's such a wide cuff that I don't really know. I don't think it's too long.
It looks way better than the other ones in terms of the lengthwise.
Yeah.
But yeah, the width is just...
But the sleeve, it is too short.
Sleeve too short.
It is too short. The sleeve is too short.
Yeah.
You must have a sleeve that is not too short.
Ideal would be like one finger, but this one has like a whole...
You're a one-finger guy?
That's, usually what I enjoy.
Yeah. So
But he's clearly enjoying the 3.
the 3, yeah. He's a 3-finger guy.
Not great success on the double-breasted suits.
Well, look, so I like Cavill. I think he's an excellent owner of a Bentley. So I have a bit of a soft spot for that. However, I don't know why you would wear a suit with those pants. Like, I don't know, you know, and maybe it's my own limitations as a, you know, like obviously there's lots of tailors out there who have made suits for Jordan Peterson, Alice Cooper, Ozzy Osbourne, Eddie Hall, Ronnie Coleman, and everybody else that could have an opinion. But in my opinion, I don't really get those pants. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm not digging it as well. And either side, either they're too long or too wide, right?
Yeah.
So with a couple of little adjustments, if somebody would just tell the guy, hey, man.
Henry, if you're watching this, I too have an affinity for the Bentley. And I would like very much to just do a couple of slight adjustments on your suits so that they maximize... they make you more of a Superman.
Make a super suit for him then.
Look, people are going to be commenting like, "You're not Superman. You wish you were Superman." And the truth is, no. I'm more of a Batman kind of guy.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm more of a Batman.
Like a self-made.
No, I just like wearing masks and going out in the dark.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my thing.
And you
I spend a lot of time in caves.
You enjoy speaking with a little deeper voice.
Deeper voice. Yeah, I'm Batman. Blah. Yeah, I just think Batman is a more interesting Superman is like, he's a very basic superhero. Like he's just like Superman's like I'm good at everything and I wear glasses when I'm hiding.
Yeah. Okay.
It's hard for me to buy that, you know.
Yeah. A little bit
All right.
trickier.
Are we
All
doing
right,
the next one?
let's,
Yeah, so I got a 3-piece comparison. The gray one is an older photo, and the black one, or the navy, is a
Yeah,
is a
so
newer
I'm loving the 3-piece suit.
the darker one.
Again, the pants are too long, and that's interesting to me. Like, look at how they just want to hug the shoe, right?
Yeah.
So he just loves a long pant. It is what it is. But I like that pattern a lot. And he's got the double-breasted 4-button vest, it looks like, which is a very interesting cut because typically when you see the 4-button double-breasted, you have it in the U cut. You have that deep scoopy vest that scoops in, right?
Yeah.
And in this case, there's like a very wide shawl lapel on the vest.
Yeah.
So but it looks great. And I'm not sure if I've seen that before, to be honest with you.
It's not very common.
No,
It's not very common at all. You might have seen that kind of look maybe a bit more on some tuxedo looks.
Yeah, I mean it's a formal event. Look, we should reference my book for this. You know, the book that we have with the
Yeah.
what kind of vests are appropriate with which suits. This suit is fantastic. Now the pants are long, and also in this one the sleeves are long,
Slightly,
which is the opposite of because before the sleeves were short.
He was known for being a 3-finger guy, and now he's no finger guy.
Yeah, he's a negative finger guy.
So I think, so it's no between for this guy.
You know what it tells me? It tells me he just buys his suits like off the peg, just like doop doop. I'll buy it. And which is funny because again, if you're playing Superman, you don't think you're a guy that just goes into a store and buys a suit off the peg, but that's what he's doing.
Or maybe he's getting them sent.
No, if somebody would send them, they would want to.
They would want to look good.
Yeah, if they were to sponsor him, they'd want him to put together, because like a guy's going to look at that and say, that's great, like it's amazing, but the pants are long. What are you doing, Cavill?
Yeah. Where are you going like that? Sir?
Now, again, he's Superman, and admittedly, I'm not Superman.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Superman, I wouldn't say I was. I'd just be like, I'm not Superman.
Yeah.
But he is Superman. And Superman, I guess, can just do what he likes. I'm also digging the stash, man. That's cool.
That brings the look together for sure.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Not too many people can pull that off.
I used to have a guy in my company.
Better.
You remember this? I used to have a guy in my company, and I used to just think that he would look hilarious if he had a mustache. And so I gave him a deal, and I don't know if it's legal. I mean, this was years ago, so statute of limitations is done. I used to pay him an extra $50 a month on his salary as long as he kept a mustache.
Oh.
Yeah, it's true.
Good deal.
Yeah, and you know who he is. I'm not going to say his name here, but he did it. He had a mustache, and I paid him an extra $50 a month. And after about 2 months, he came to the office with no mustache, and I said, what are you doing? That's minus 50 on the mustache bonus. And he's like, dude, my family thinks I look ridiculous. Like, I'm tired of this, I can't do this anymore. So I made him sell. I mean, I guess I didn't want him to sell a soul. I just thought he'd look cool with a mustache.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, in what countries that would be legal or not, where I could say, hey, you're allowed to have a mustache. I'll give you a $50 bonus.
Yeah.
But if I offer it to somebody, I'd have to offer it to everybody. And eventually the women would come into work with mustaches. And I'd pay $100 for that. That's a double bonus.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm into that, but like, who is not into that,
There's a genre. There's definitely more and more people these days, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Henry Cavill gets the $50 mustache bonus. Yeah, cancel.
So far
cancel
that's...
me. You don't know how to feel about that. You can't cancel.
No.
It's like, I'm going to cancel him for what? For paying somebody $50 to grow a mustache?
Yeah.
That's a good deal.
Some people make that in a month,
$50, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I had another situation. I used to be an employee way back early in my career, and the president of the company came. I had a beard. I grew a beard, and he made me go to the store, buy a razor, and shave my beard at work. He was just not okay with dudes having beards.
Really?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
You think he's gonna grow one? That's why?
Maybe. Or maybe his daughter grew one, and it reminded him of that, and he was very upset.
Okay, because that wasn't in.
Look,
back in the day.
I'm not picking political sides here, but I think like any father would be upset if his daughter grew a beard. Like, was that not?
It would be a little, yeah.
Or not. I don't know. Maybe some dads are like, I'm very proud of my daughter. Look at her beard.
Yeah, let's do makeup together,
Like if you're one of those trolls from Lord of the Rings,
Yeah.
then you're like, look at my daughter's beard.
It's
How
wonderful.
handsome.
Yeah, great.
But anyways, or maybe he thought I was female, and he was like, why this chick got a beard,
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
so I had to go to the store. I had to go to like Farmer Save or something.
Yeah.
And my boss made me shave my beard at the sink at the office bathroom.
All right. He was standing next to you?
He was outside waiting for me to come out. Like he was, I think, checking for loose hairs.
All right.
And I think that's why I left and started my own thing, because I'm like, I can't have some guy tell me, how to groom my facial hair.
Yeah. He didn't even offer $50 or anything. Or maybe you should have offered 50.
Nothing. And but now the time has passed, and we're 15 years past that point. I can confidently say he's dead now. Yeah, he was older.
Good for him.
Yeah. And I got a beard, and he's dead.
Yeah. Worked out. Don't just love it when stuff works out.
Oh, there's more pictures. You notice the gray one? The gray
There's
one?
a gray one. So out of these three, so this one's your favorite right now?
Oh, definitely my favorite is the dark blue one.
Yeah.
Let's look at Henry Cavill's new gray suit.
And he's not rocking a mustache. He's enjoying a beard.
Okay, so I'm going to say I think he was better off without the beard. He's one of those rare guys that should just stick with a stash.
Or no stash, or yeah.
Suit's interesting. So look at this one. So the pant length is okay. It's just that now you have a flare cuff on the pant leg. It's the static that's pulling it in, but that's a flare cuff.
Yeah.
You don't see that very much. I kind of dig it, man. That's a cool
That one
suit.
is fine, yeah.
Why does he have platform shoes? Like, how tall is Henry Cavill? It doesn't look like he would need them. Can you Google Henry Cavill's height, somebody? Then I can have a sip of coffee. Ow.
And this one is a classic, probably 5-button vest, peak lapel suit.
6 feet 1.
So he's 6'1", but he's wearing a 1.5 inch platform male shoe. All right.
Well,
I guess it doesn't hurt. Yeah, I like the suit very much. It's interesting to me that he's wearing a high collar with an unbuttoned top button. Not a lot of people would notice that, but I've got the eye of the spy. Yeah, it's a cool suit. I like it.
yeah.
All right, next one.
I want a question. So let's look at, before we do that, let's look at Henry Cavill's face shape, right? I might need to send you that chart, but like, does his face shape, what kind of collar does his face shape beckon?
So what are the options for the face shape? What would be his?
So he's got a diamond face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in fact, he would look just fine in a forward-pointed collar, like in a narrow spread.
Okay.
He would look fine in a narrow spread. He would look fine in a medium spread.
So this is what he's kind of having right now.
He's also got a ridiculously long neck.
He does.
And I should say, as a long-necked Bentley driver, good for you, Cavill. Good for you. Yeah, so the ideal collar for him would be a narrow point collar and probably about a 3-inch point collar length, right? And he's compensating for it in the next suit there by having, like, he does have a very tall collar on his shirt, but it's rolling up on him. You see how it's rolling up under the tie. It makes it uncomfortable to button it, which is why he's not buttoning it. So I would say a narrow point for him on a 3-inch collar. Don't need to raise it. Just go with it. It'll look great. Yeah, it's very fascinating for me that, like, this guy obviously deserves, just with his stature, Superman, and just his overall, male charisma, that he probably should be like a fashion icon. Yeah. And it bothers me that he's not.
Like, you stay up at night thinking about it.
Yeah. Like, I cry. And so I'm going to make a plea right now. Cavill, come to LGFG Fashion House. We will take care of you. Your collars will be the pointiest. Your pant length will be appropriate. And if you're a one-finger guy on your sleeve, that's what you shall get.
We can make it happen. And you can close your...
And we love you, man. We think you're great. You are... Of all the Superman movies, I've never watched any of them. But I'm sure you're the best.
By just looking at your suits.
Well, you're still... I mean, the only other Superman I can think of is dead. Oh, Dean Cain. He's alive. He's a pretty cool guy, actually. But anyways, Cavill, let's convene on this. And by the way, I'll tell you what else I don't love: the black suit, the black shoes on the light gray suit.
But he went with a black tie as well.
Sure, you can go with a black tie, but that's not the correct traditional shoe that you would wear with that suit. Now, I know that these days it's a little bit more loose, but this is a red carpet, so I think you have to keep formalities in order for this.
Correct. Yeah.
There are times where, like, it is good. I'm not a big tradition formalities guy.
Yeah.
But there are times that it is good to pay respect to the institutions before you.
Sure.
If it wasn't for the red carpet events, we wouldn't have the fame and we wouldn't have the fame and exposure that one would gain from playing Superman. Like, this is part of that institution, and I think a brown or a dark brown leather shoe here is a little more appropriate. Again, people are going to watch it and be like, you can't judging. Look at how you're dressed. It's like, yeah, but I'm not on the red carpet. Like a 5-blade Superman, which, by the way, I'm available. If you guys are listening, I don't know who chooses Superman.
I think it's just
Harvey.
by luck.
Harvey, if you're watching, I don't know. What? Why are you guys laughing? Harvey Smith, I think that's
that's
Anyways,
the new.
and then we have. Oh, that's cool. Now, now we're talking. Yeah.
So that's an older one.
Yeah, it is.
So what's missing is I think a mustache, eh?
Yeah, that's awesome.
To complete the look.
I'm not sure if I've ever seen a blue tuxedo shirt before.
Is it blue or it just looks blue?
It kind of looks blue. Yeah, this is awesome. Look, this is a very standard. This is also definitely off the rack, by the way. I can tell because of the way that it drapes. And you notice like he's got a hard time getting his arms in there. Like, yeah, I'm strong. Yeah. He looks like he'd be a good James Bond. Has he been in the conversation for Bond?
I think
He has been, but I think Idris Elba is the one.
No.
The last time I heard about it was Idris
wasn't it a woman?
or a woman.
Really? Well, my vote for James Bond is Henry Cavill.
I think he's been in the talks, and he would definitely make a good James Bond.
Yeah, I like this look. What do you think, Rivo?
I like it. Yeah, everything fits. Correct shoes this time. Overall fit is great. And since he is a guy with big muscles, then I guess he wants to show the guns and have the sleeves a bit tighter.
No, I think that's just the off the rack.
Think it comes from the off the rack?
Yeah. They had to bring in the waist quite a bit. You can tell. You can tell because the way that it drapes, they had to bring the waist in on the jacket off the peg because he's just like a fit dude, right?
Yeah.
But what can you say? I mean, the guy looks like a really big part of like looking good in a suit. Now, yes, there are suits and excellent tailors like us, that can evaluate one's body and then make specific adjustments to maximize the potential of one's body.
Yeah.
But the potential of one's body is still contingent upon the body itself.
Yeah.
And so if you're, very fit like Cavill, that's going to make any tailor's job a lot easier. Like he can wear a suit off the peg straight up and it looks fine.
Yeah.
In fact, it looks good. Now, I've had clients that are, how do I put this, not in their optimal proportions. And they say, well, I want to look like that. And I'm like, is he trolling me?
Yeah.
And then I have to be very straight up like, hey, man, like it might be to your benefit to think about not looking like a packed sausage.
Yeah.
And as a man who himself has in the past struggled with more successful proportions, I can say it is very tempting to attempt to maximize one's appearance by stuffing oneself into a sausage roll of a suit.
Yeah.
However, that is not the optimal solution.
Really?
Yeah. The optimal solution is to eat less sausage. Filled with sugar, I guess. I had a cake yesterday. I feel bad about it. It was so good, though.
All right. It was worth it, I guess.
Well.
All right. And the final one is a more recent tux. And this is a tux. I checked the pants also have a satin stripe.
Ooh.
Satin.
That's an interesting look. Have his legs gotten buffer? Like, is that what's happening here? Or
he looks a little bigger, right?
Yeah.
Or is it the tux making him look bigger?
I can't tell, man. It's interesting. The jacket is great, but I do wonder, did he just get a little buffer or a little thicker?
It could be. He might have gotten a little thicker.
Yeah.
I mean, does this look like a custom one too?
It does, yeah. Yeah. So there's a couple of things that make this one stand out significantly more for me. Number one, the pitch rotation on the sleeve is correct, so you don't get the wrinkles around his shoulders anymore, and that tells me there's a rotated sleeve head. So it looks like this was probably custom made.
Mm-hmm.
Now I do notice in the back that the what do you call it? The vent is popping up. So probably the seat was measured a little bit tight. But from the front, it looks good. It gives them that sort of a fitted look.
Yeah.
The drape on the suit is significantly better. The lapel sits nicer. This looks like a custom suit to me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, in terms of the looks, this is great. And pants length look, when you look at the picture,
It's fine.
definitely looks like somebody made it to the appropriate length.
Yeah, this is a wonderful, wonderful tuxedo. Again, I would just change him to an arrow point collar. Even in this one, he's wearing a semi cutaway.
Yeah.
Semi cutaway is safe. It's actually a pretty safe choice for any face shape. But I would just like to optimize it a little bit. That's all.
Yeah.
Because he's got a diamond shaped face,
Yeah.
a 4-point collar looks ideal. Yeah, everything on this look is pretty good though. Like this is, let me see. Yeah, and you can, by the way, functional cuffs, so you can see already it's a custom made suit.
Okay.
So this, I don't know if this is more recent or not, but this is definitely bespoke. You can tell again, just there's features about this suit that tell me it's a bespoke suit. So good job, Cavill. Good
So
job.
there's other people who noticed and helped him out a bit.
Yeah, this is from this year.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got it.
All right, and summarize.
Rivo, summarize Henry Cavill for us and his looks.
Overall handsome man. Usually would look good in everything. I think he makes good choices. Some minor details that can be adjusted, but overall, I think he's rocking his suit looks.
One thing that I noticed is that he's grown. You know, like he started out wearing just straight, I would say kind of strange suits, but they don't look like they were like intentional. I think he just bought some stuff from the store and put it on. I don't know about the wide pants. I can't imagine a store even selling a pant that wide, but I mean, maybe he just had an idea one day and said, I'm going to wear that. But the evolution is good. You know, we kind of started here with some weird, like sort of, I wouldn't even say antiquated, just esoteric looks. And then he's kind of converged back into something a little more tailored, a little bit more fitted, fitting to him specifically. And I like that. You know, it looks like he's just grown up from being a movie boy to a movie star.
Yeah.
And with a movie man in between.
So it probably helps. The more successful you get, the better your suits are going to look.
That would be probably true for everything. The better your car is going to look, the better your spouse is going to look, and everything grows.
And you can see it, which is great.
Yeah. Excellent.